Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to your Easter Sunday, PSP Halifax Work In. My name is David Carr. I am a fitness instructor at the Dockyard Gym at CFP Halifax. Just have a quick checklist of things to introduce before we get started with our yoga workout today. Today's workout will be a faster paced vinyasa flow workout. So if at any point you need an extra breath, an extra drink of water, take your time. You can come to a rest pose anytime during class. You don't feel like you need to keep up with me or any of the postures. You can come down and lie on your back. That's called Shavasana. You can come into a child's pose, which is actually where we're going to be starting today. So I'll describe that pose when we do get started. If you want to play your own music, I've got some light yoga music going on quietly for my own benefit, because it is important during yoga to have some moments of silence where you can listen to your own breathing and your own body. So don't expect me to continuously talk through the entire 45 minutes. If it's quiet through the video, it's because I'm giving you time to listen to yourself and to your own environment. It's not anything wrong with your sound or your Facebook setup. And this is our little disclaimer. Just, again, be safe. Listen to your body. But in response to COVID-19, PSP is offering these virtual fitness classes to Canadian Armed Forces members by using these social media platforms. And the virtual fitness classes are tailored to Canadian Armed Forces personnel, but they've become accessible to all. Participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members recognize and acknowledge that their age, health status, and physical fitness levels are unknown to me, and it is entirely up to each individual to assess their ability to participate in this class. Since it is preferable to consult your physician before beginning any exercise program, we invite all participants who are not Canadian Armed Forces members to consult the Get Active Questionnaire of the Canadian Society of Exercise Physiology and its reference document in the comment section. If you experience any pain or difficulty during the exercises presented in this video, it is recommended that you stop and consult your healthcare provider. If a Canadian Armed Forces member sustains any injury during this video, please remember to fill out a CF98. Great. So go ahead and leave me a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. I love seeing all of you in my yoga classes, but since we don't have that option available to us at the moment, I'd love to get your feedback in the comment section down below, or to the side, or wherever you're looking at it today. And I hope you have a great class, a great practice from the heart. We're probably going to sweat. You may want to have a towel. I also have my own yoga set up here with a small cushion, my large bolster, and a seat cushion. Rolled up towels, rolled up blankets, anything that can help support your body in a longer resting posture can help you to ease into a deeper version of your posture or your stretch. So if you have that, I'll give you a second now. Go and grab it. I'll get set up in my child's pose, and then we'll start together. I'm so happy you're all here. So a child's pose is a resting posture, really strong for the lower back, but it starts with a kneeling position. So I like to have my knees maybe a little bit wider than my mat, and my toes coming towards one another. They don't need to touch, but if they do, that's good too. I can nestle my buttock down into the arches of my feet and begin to stretch my back out along the mat, reaching my arms way out in front, letting the elbows rest, letting my forehead come to the ground. It may be a little bit harder to hear me. I'll speak a little louder when my face is close to the floor. And this is our starting position. Starting to get into your breath. Breathe deeply in through your nose and out through your nose. This is called your Ujjayi breath. In through the nose, out through the nose. And it's just a little bit of restriction to help warm the air before it gets to your lungs. And it gives you a little bit of a longer time so that you have room to move on each breath. Vinyasa means flowing with breath. And that's the type of yoga that I love to do. It keeps my brain from getting too bogged down in the moment or in things that exist off of my mat. I'm just taking deep breaths to extend the back. Reach the arms a little further forwards. And we'll start to move. On your next breath in, lift yourself up to a tabletop. Inhaling shoulders over wrists. Adjust your knees so that they're right underneath your hips. And a little cat-cow, a little. Inhaling to arch the back. Exhaling to round the back. Try to look at your knees or maybe your belly button. Inhale to arch. Look up. Exhale to curve. Inhale to arch. Exhale to curve. Letting the shoulder blades come apart. Going through the range of motion. Inhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Exposing your heart to the front of your mat. Exhale, curl. One more time. In. And out. Good. Looking forwards, bend your elbows. Slowly lower yourself all the way down to your mat. Cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Lifting the chest up with a breath in. On the breath out, squeeze your core, stabilizing your low back. Gotta protect your trunk. Breathe in. Breathe out. You'll notice I lift up a little higher on every inhale. And easing back on the exhale so I can make sure I'm grounded through my hips and my feet. One more breath here. On the exhale, lowering the chest down to the ground. Bring one ear to the mat. Bring your palms next to your hips, facing the ceiling. Bend your knees. Just a little sway of the feet to ease the low back into these movements as we are finding a lot of extension, a lot of energy bringing today. Bring your hands back under your shoulders. Inhale to press up onto your knees and come back to tabletop. Good. We'll do another cat-cow. Inhale. Exhale. And on the next breath in, we're going to extend the leg back out and start that cat-cow again with an extension. Exhale the knee into the chest. Engage your core. Inhale, extend. Straight back. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale. And exhale. Two more times. Breathing audibly. I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to breathe extra super loud today. And switching sides. If you want to ramp this up for your own practice, you can extend your arm as well. That adds a little more challenge and balance. Good. Inhale back to center, leaning forward so you're in kind of a modified semi-plank position. Take a deep breath in, shoulders back, exhale, bend your elbows, lower all the way to the ground. Good. Getting a little bit taller this time. Cobra, lift the chest. And on the exhale, begin to reach your toes back, lifting your legs off the mat. You can leave your hands here as a guide to help keep your shoulder blades back together, or you can reach your arms back, palms face the floor. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Staying stable, balancing between your ribs and your hips. And one more breath. Exhale, lower down, other ear to the floor, palms up to the sky, bend your knees, ease your back. Good. This time, planting the hands underneath the shoulders, shoulder blades back together. Squeeze your tummy as you lift yourself up. Curl your toes back and extend your arms and shoulders to your first downward facing dog. Bending one knee and then the other so you can push the opposite heel a little closer to the mat. Just warming through the ankles, through the shoulders, through the back. We won't spend too long here this first down dog. Just find your feet even, about hip width apart. Press back through your arms, tailbone to sky. Breathe in. Sigh out. Open your mouth. Look ahead to your hands. Walk your feet forwards to the front of your mat. And I'm going to turn, but you don't have to, just so you can see me a little bit better. Open your palms. Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose and smile like you're having a great time. Inhale your hands to your heart. Pushing the palms together, squeeze your shoulder blades together as you exhale. Inhale, stand a little taller. Exhale, squeezing together your inner thighs, your buttock, your hands, your shoulder blades. Last breath. It's getting warm in this tall position. Inhale your hands up over your head. Watch your ceiling fans. Exhale, fold down over your hips with a long spine and a soft knee. Push your hands against your knees, shins, maybe your thighs as you straighten your back forwards. And exhale, relax your head down again. Inhale your hands back up to the sky. And exhale your hands through your heart center. So we're going to do that another 4 times. Inhale up. Exhale to heart. Folding down. Halfway lift. And exhale to release. Soft knees, push through your feet. Inhale, rise. Exhale to heart. Just a little break in between each time. Inhale, they're going to get faster. And we'll build on this pattern. Exhale, fold over your hips. Feel the stretch up the backs of your legs. Inhale, lift. To engage the legs, the hands. Exhale to fold. Inhale to stand. And go right into it. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway lift. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Push to the floor. Last time. Exhale, fold down. Add in a little more this time. Inhale, lift your weight halfway up. Exhale, high plank. Good. You can always take your planks from the knees or lift up onto your toes. Shifting forwards on the toes is great. Practice that. Push your heels back. Lift up forwards on the toes. Push the heels back. Forwards on the toes. Take a breath in. Looking ahead, shoulders back. Exhale, bend the elbows, lowering all the way down. Inhale to cobra, pushing the feet into the floor, lift the chest. Exhale, over the knees, over the toes, downward facing dog. So we're going to do a couple modified flows, sun salutations. Look up ahead to your hands, bend your knees, step your feet to the top of your mat, halfway lift. We're going to get real comfortable with this posture. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stand. Exhale, hands to heart. There you go. That's a one sun salutation. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. And we'll try it again. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, high plank. Turn your elbows to point at your toes, look your head, and exhale as you lower to the ground. Inhale to cobra. Still no weight in the hands, all in the back. Exhale over the knees, over the toes. 5 deep breaths. In through the nose, and through the nose. You can shake your head yes. You can nod your head no. Try to relax your neck so your head hangs through your arms. 1 more. In through the nose, out through the nose. Lift your heels, bend your knees, step or walk to your hands. On the inhale when you get there, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, stand up tall, hands up. Exhale through heart center. Good. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank to low in the same exhale. Chaturanga Dandasana if it's in your practice, or all the way to the ground. Inhale to lift your heart. I'm going up into an up dog. My back feels good. You can stay with the cobra for all of your sun salutations. Just as great a workout. When you're ready, exhale back over downward dog. Now you can make this as hard as you need to. If your body is strong in these positions, try not to hang out and let your slack just kind of hold you here. Focus. Squeeze your tummy. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Push through arms and legs. Last breath here. Inhale the heels up, the knees bend. Get to the top of your mat. Jump, maybe step or walk. Halfway lift on the inhale. Exhale to fold over. Soft knees. Stand up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. This is a great chance for a little water break because we are going to start our next set, Sun Salutation B. I'm going to try it from the other end of my mat just to see how it feels. Good. Again, this time you might want a little bit more space between your feet. I recommend hip distance, which for me is about 2 fists squished in between my big toes. So you can try that out and see how it feels. Maybe a little narrower, maybe a little bit wider. And then we start all the same. Inhale, hands up. Different here. Exhale, sit back into your chair. We'll hold this chair pose, Utkatasana, for 5 breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose. Pulling the knees back, the tummy in. Inhale, lift your chest up. You can always leave your hands at shoulder level if it's hard on the shoulders of the back. Inhale. And exhale, dive over your knees, straighten the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high plank to low, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra, your choice. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now lift one leg up and step it to the front of your mat. Plant your opposite heel behind your front foot. Warrior one, inhale your hands up to the sky. Exhale to sink in your lunge. Trying to keep your torso, hips, chest, neck, arms towards the short edge of your mat. Breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze your shoulder blades together. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale, sink low, push down to your heels. Inhale, look up. And on the exhale, we're going to start to fold. Reaching the hands forwards, planting down in a plank. Step back, inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. And doing it with the other side. Stepping forwards, planting the feet. Inhale, up. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana. Inhale. Exhale. Try to use your abs to tilt your pelvis so your tailbone is towards the ground, or maybe your front foot as your chest lifts to the ceiling. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, plant to the ground, step back, lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale to make your way back. If you need a child's pose, like I said at the start, take one whenever you need one. Extend through your arms, press. Try to keep just a little bit of bend so that you're not locking your joints out, elbows or knees. And that'll help you to fire up your biceps, triceps, quads and hamstrings. Lift your heels, bend your knees. Make your way to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Sit your hips low. 1 breath. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, sit back. Chair pose. Inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, your hands to your heart. So that's a little bit fast. And we're going to get faster. Planting the feet. Feet can be together if you're really solid and balanced in your chair pose. Inhale, sit low, hands up. Exhale, fold over your legs. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, lower down in 1 smooth exhale. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One leg, warrior one. Exhale, right back into it, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog, other leg, step forwards, inhale, breathe and rise. Exhale, fold down, strengthen, get grounded through your hands, through your feet. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. Equal weight in each foot. One more breath, equal weight in each hand. Long inhale, long exhale. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step or hop into your halfway lift. Breathe in. See your hips low, breathe out. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come to stand. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold over. Halfway lift, breathe in. Chaturanga, step back. Inhale, up dog, back extension. Exhale, down dog. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, lower down, bend your elbows as you go. Inhale, chest through your shoulders. Exhale, head through your arms, other leg. Warrior one. Follow your breath. You learn the moves. You land and be still. Let your head go. Let your thoughts go. Try to bring a little bit more weight to the first finger and thumb to take weight out of the wrists. Lift your heels, bend your knees, hop to the front. Halfway lift. Lower down. Chair pose. And stand. Good. Another little sip of water. So we went through sun salutation A, sun salutation B, Surya Namaskar. Now we're going to start to add a little variety to the same rhythm. Find your feet hip width apart. Hands just shoulder height. They'll work as counterbalance. Inhale, lift out of your heels. Ooh, we're up on the toes now. A little bit harder to balance, but really good for strengthening the arches of the feet. Try not to let your knees wobble in or out. And if it helps you lift your heels, you can bend your knees slightly. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. In and out. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, fold back. Step your foot forwards, warrior one. Inhale. This time, opening the arms, warrior two. So your back leg is straight and it faces the long edge of your mat. Your front leg is pointing to the short edge of the mat, and you can lunge down into that. So we're feeling some stretch in the back thigh. We're juicing up the front leg. You might shake a little bit. Try to stay sturdy and upright through your spine. Relax your shoulders and neck. Squeeze your shoulder blades back. Look out across your front fingers. And so a little bit lower. Good. One more inhale. And we'll cartwheel down to the mat. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Good. This time stepping the other foot forwards. Warrior one. And I'm just going to switch directions here. For me, you're going to stick with that same leg, but I just want to keep my eyes on you. Make sure you're not scrunching your shoulders up. Give your shoulders a roll back and down. Spread out your fingers, little jazz hands. To wake things up, if you take a peek down across your front knee, you should see your big toe, maybe your second toe, as we're engaging the glutes and opening the stance, opening the hips to the front. One more breath. Exhale, cartwheel down, high plank to low, exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale to downward facing dog. 5 breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose. 3, 2, last breath. Heels lift, knees bend, step or hop to the front. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, sit the hips down. A little bit of variety this time. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Shoulder blades back, press your palms together. Take a breath in, and then twist. Bring the wrist or hand or elbow to the outside of the leg. If the hands are staying together, press into one another. But you want to make sure that your spine is aligned. So your head stays over your heart stays over your hips. Breathe in, and try to look up to the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale, staying low, working the legs. Exhale, twisting the other way. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And if you're really balanced across 4 corners in your feet, your spine is feeling good and aligned in this twist, inhale to open your arms out. Good. One more breath. Inhale back to center. Fold over the legs. Heel toe your feet. So again, we're looking for that hip width apart. Sticking the 2 fists between your big toes to make sure. Sway the hips a little. Soft knees. Inhale, stand all the way up. Exhale your hands to your heart. Good. Breathe in. Breathe out. Sit low. Sweep your hands up. Exhale, twist to one side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, twist to the other side. Making this into the flow. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, step back, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, chest high. Exhale, hips back. One leg, step forwards, warrior 1, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Breathe in. Sit low. Flip your front palm up. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, back to warrior 2. Inhale, exalted warrior. Exhale, warrior 2. Last one. Good, one more breath. Cartwheel down. Keeping this lunge position. So you can bring your back knee to the ground, or if you want to get a little stronger here, high in the heel, straighten the knee, hands can lift to the thigh. Now we're going to twist across the knee, just like we did before. Hands to the heart, twist, elbow grounds above the knee, and hands press into one another. Look back over your shoulder as you sink your hips down low. 2 more breaths. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, plant the hands, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Other side, stepping forwards. Warrior 1, open warrior 2. Exalted Warrior, inhale. Back to Warrior 2. Stretch your side body. Strong in the legs. I'm switching back again as I cartwheel. Oops. To make sure that I do both sides. It doesn't matter which side you do first, as long as you get to do both. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist across. I'm glad you could join me on this beautiful Sunday. One more breath. Back to center. And fold back and down through your flow. Three. Two. Making your way to the top. Chair pose to stand. And a little bit more of a trickier balance here. Eagle pose, Garudasana. So, really tighten up the feet, sink into the knees. Take your left leg and cross it over your right. You can always use your toes at kickstand on the floor, or try to tuck it behind your right ankle. Guide your hips so they stay forwards with your toes. Inhale your arms up, and then lift your left arm under your right. You can clasp your shoulders or interlace your wrists, sitting low, squeezing low. So elbows squeeze together, knees squeeze together. Breathe in and out. One more breath. Inhale, unwind. And exhale to switch sides. Right leg over left, right arm under left. One more breath. Sit a little lower and squeeze everything. Unwind. Inhale up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, flatten your back. Exhale, step back, high plank to low. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Warrior 1, inhale. Warrior 2, exhale. Exalted Warrior, inhale. Extend your side angle, reach forwards, bring the elbow to the floor, or the elbow to the thigh and hand to the floor, or just reaching. The top arm side bends and reaches up over your head. You can look up. Inhale, back up. Exalted Warrior, and we'll flow between them. Exhale, extend your side angle. Inhale, back up to Warrior 2. Exhale, cartwheel down, step back, lower down. Always an option to meet in downward dog instead of doing all of these flows. Could have told you that closer to the start. Other side. Warrior 1. Warrior 2. Exalted Warrior. And reach. Extended side angle. 3 breaths in extended side angle. And then 3 flows between them. Inhale. Exhale. Move with your breath. And exhale back to the ground. Inhale to lift your heart. Exhale to meet back in downward dog. Inhale your leg up and step your foot outside of your hands. Slowing the flow down. Still an option to do a flow in between sides of these postures. Or just make your way back to downward facing dog. So it's a little bit hard for you to see with my front leg behind my shoulder here. But the shoulder and knee are hugging together. The hips are dropping in. So try not to keep that hip closed or bent. We're straightening and extending that hip towards the floor. If it's accessible to you, you can lower down onto your elbows. But listen to your body. You will feel the stretch how you need to feel it. It won't be comfortable. But it's an edge you can explore. And we're going to keep this side going. Heel toe your foot across your mat and lay your knee back down to where your foot was before. Now we're in pigeon, Eka Pada Kapotasana. Again, dropping the hips towards the floor. You might want a little cushion for underneath your front buttock. And the same applies. You can stay nice and tall if that feels good. If you can sustain this for a few breaths. Or you can walk down onto your elbows. Or lay your head all the way down to the floor. And your arms can stretch out in front of you. Walking your hands back under your shoulders to rise up. We're going to sneak a little bit and lean onto that front thigh so that we can bring this back leg up, whoop, and around. So I'm going to turn just to face you to show the lefts and rights a little bit better. So your front leg is still bent and both sitting bones are on the floor. There's no room in between your hips and the ground. You're going to try your best to step your back leg now in front and over the knee. Now for the most part, this causes a little bit of tilt so that there's room underneath the glute, the sit bone, and the floor, in which case lean back and extend what was your front leg. So you've got this half Lord of the Fishes position, and we're going to twist again over the bent knee. So the same arm is going to act as a kickstand behind you. The hand should be pretty tight to your tailbone, and this other arm can inhale to sweep up and exhale to hug or cross over. You can lift your hand near your ear or extend your arm back, down. On your inhale, sit up a little taller. On your exhale, just look over the shoulder, shoulder blade squeeze back. Yeah. Unwind, and if it feels good in your body, you can do a little counter twist the other way I'm going to use to get back into my forward with my mat. This leg can then cross back and crawl up so that I can step back from that lunge that we started with into a flow, just so I can feel the differences between the left and right side of my body that sequence kind of warmed up for me. On the other leg now, stepping in front to my hand, drop the back knee, squeeze the knee and shoulder, and option to lower down. A few breaths here. You can relax your neck. Imagine your air, your breath flowing right out of your lungs down to your hip, where you're feeling the most sensation. Walking back up and across the mat into pigeon pose. And lowering yourself down. Walking yourself back up, leaning over onto the hip, bringing your back foot around. And you might find that these poses feel a little different on each side. That's totally normal. Again, checking for space. My hips on this side seem to be a little friendlier. Hand comes behind, so you can see it's right next. It's acting as a second spine. Inhale to reach, get tall. Exhale to twist. Inhale to untwist. And it feels alright. A little counter twist. This time, instead of flowing out, we'll bring the knees out in front of us. Wiggle the hips. Round the back. So I like a modified rabbit, reaching under my knees to grab hold of my shins and to curl the back and stretch the shoulder blades, since we've talked a lot about pulling the shoulder blades together today. And leaving enough room in between my knees so that I'm aiming to get my head right in between the knees. So those are our little rabbit ears. Inhale to straighten the back again. Bring the hands behind, keeping the chest lifted up. Good to stretch out the chest and the biceps. So fingertips can be forwards or back, up to you. Good. And come back to a seated position so that you can hold onto your thighs and gradually roll very slowly down. Just kidding, come back up. A little sneaky little core exercise down at the end. Think about lifting one foot. And again, with the long back, lean into it until you feel your core working for you. Come back up. Switch feet. And if you want to try it with both legs, find your boat pose. Maybe free your hands or straighten your knees. Point your toes, makes it look pretty. Or flex your toes for more engagement in your quads. Slowly lower down, slower than you'd like, so that your spine rolls vertebra by vertebra all the way down to your mat. Lay your feet mat width apart. Let your arms fall away from your body. Let your chin stay tucked towards your chest so that your neck can relax and extend across the floor. Take a deep breath and let it all go. Open your mouth so your body can breathe naturally how you need it to. And close your eyes so you can remove more distractions. We'll relax the body from the bottom to top. Moving your awareness, what you're conscious of, what you're thinking about, to your toes. You don't need to wiggle them. You don't need to do anything. Just let your lower body be still and peaceful, so your awareness can leave your toes relaxed. And think about sinking your heels into the floor, grounding down through your ankles, nothing to hold up, nothing to flex, no need to move. Relax your calves, letting all the pressure off of your knees. Relax your thighs. Letting the hips settle and sink all the way down into your mat. Relax your low back. Relax your belly so your breath can flow through your whole body. Relax your chest. Relax your arms from your shoulders all the way down through your elbows, through your hands. With your palms turned up towards the ceiling, your fingers would just take their natural curl, and that's where you can find stillness and ease. Let your head be heavy so your neck doesn't have anything left to hold up. Relax your jaw so the lips part and the teeth part and the tongue rests on the floor of your mouth. Smile. Letting your cheeks relax. Letting your temples rest. Unfurrowing the brow. Letting the wrinkles peel back off your forehead. Relaxing your scalp. Let everything go. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all well. I hope this takes a little bit of the stress off. Staying at home. I humbly bow. Namaste.